Hello YouTube, it is Pirate on the Run back again with the third episode of our Kerbal Space Program Let's Play. So, as you'll see in a moment, as I resume my save game, I've created a new save file, Area 51, where I've been testing some stuff out, and what I've done today is I pre-built the new fuel module we're going to be building for this station, just because I don't want to take the time to design this thing live, because most of my ship designs, unless it's something pretty simple, take a long time. I mean, I've spent hours designing ships before, and you know, this one took I think like 30-35 minutes, maybe a little bit less than that, because you gotta think of what you want to do, build it. Sorry, I gotta get to building. You gotta think what you want to do, build it, test it, everything. So I'll just talk a little bit about what I'm thinking as I build this from memory. And there's one improvement I want to make that I didn't have in the last one. Now let's see what went on top of this. First I need ASAS here. Oops. Need an ASAS here. So this is going to be our little, basically it's just a little tug. So this guy is going to be flying up there with the actual fuel tank module, docking port, on top of his capsule. And this is what I've started doing so that I can fly parts up to a station without having to use ASAS and add another ASAS onto the station, because you want to just have one that controls it, otherwise they'll fight each other and cause a lot more wobble. So I've started just using little tug ships like this. Probably a pretty sucky job, but not really worried about that. So here we're going to have, this is going to be the actual fuel cell. Put a little bit of thought into making it look good, so that, you know, why not? This is a classy space station. Oh, I forgot to add my docking ports actually. Oh. There you go. What am I doing? Yeah, so I need to actually add some docking ports onto this fuel module so I can dock it to our station core. And I'm going to add them on 4-way axis all around. That way we can keep expanding this as we see fit, and dock ships all over it if I want to too. So the way I line these up is I just make sure they're always on the bottom. I mean, I think the best way probably the game offers for you to line up multiple docking ports is using those 6-way docking hub things. What's it called? Rockamax Hub Max Multipoint Connector. It's a mouthful. But you can't use symmetry to build stuff around it. So like, if I put one out, like, let me show this. If I put this on top, I can't attach docking ports like with symmetry onto it. I can't. I'm pressing X, that's the button that allows you to increase your symmetry. You see, I got symmetry on, let's see, 4 times symmetry, and it goes down to 1. So I don't like dealing with that, because then I have to build everything individually, and it's a pain, and it won't be all symmetrical and pretty. And that frustrates me. So I'm going to stick with the design I had, even though it actually had way more fuel than was necessary, just because, I don't know, kind of like it. Don't want to change it up too much because it worked, and things that work are always good. Well, actually not necessarily, but in this case it's good. I mean, who doesn't like having tons of extra fuel for no good reason? Not me. No, I do. So let's see, just gonna add some struts on here for safety's sake, and because occasionally they can actually make something look cooler. So let's see, attach that up to here. And now I decided to go with radial engines on this just for fun, and because they look really cool. Because I've noticed as the updates have come out, they really, you know, when they retextured everything, got them have really nice textures. Like, see, the SRBs, you know, the textures look really good looking, but they added this little like yellow dot on top of these and gave them some like texturing, so they're not as good as the SRBs, the original ones, but they do look nice, and I kind of like them. I try to find some uses for them just because they're kind of cool. And so I got them on this ship. And then on top of this, this is like our little unit. I think this is the, oh yeah, I wanted to add some RCS onto the bottom here. Let's see, I would just put it on top of these tanks. I don't need this yet actually. Let's see, RCS, there you go. So this is basically like our little launch unit, and this is what's going to be doing the orbital operations to connect up to the station. So what we need to do now is find the center of mass so we can place the RCS, because what I have learned from the Kerbal Space Program Master Scott Manley, is that RCS is more effective if you place it at the center of mass. So this is not good because the center of mass is right on this cone. I wish it was higher up. I don't really know of a way I can raise it though, other than lightening this section, which I probably should just do that actually. I mean, I'm trying to think how though. Let's see how much these engines weigh. 0.9. This weighs 0.5. Okay, screw these engines. These little LV909s. Now, where's the center of mass? Barely higher up. Okay. Yeah, this is an unforeseen problem because I didn't have these RCS tanks in the last design. You know, since it's got way too much fuel anyways, I can probably just change these into half fuel tanks. Let's see, and I'll move these higher up. Alright. Let's make it all half fuel tanks. All the time. Alright, so there, oops, zoom in. Now if you don't know how to do this, I can't remember what the default buttons are to zoom in and out, but I just remapped it to that, like, squiggly line that goes above an Inye in Spanish. On my computer, and the left tab button, zoom in is the Inye slash like backwards accent for French, and zoom out is tab, but it's pretty easy to remap if you go into the controls section. And so let's see, where's our center mass? Now it's way up there, but I forgot to put engines on. This is not going to work with LV909s on the bottom. So I might have to go, yeah. I'm gonna have to go back to the radial engine idea anyways, but since I don't need that much thrust, I'll probably just go with 2. Okay, it's not gonna let me do that, so I'll just place them one by one. Not a big deal, except that they won't be at the same height. Okay, let's just do this. Oh my gosh, this is not going as well as I hoped. Alright, now we got that, and put on these, try and get in the same height. Close enough. Now we need the fuel line, and we'll have to put our struts back on. Let's see. There you go. And then a fuel line on this one is just gonna have to go at bottom, maybe? No. Maybe I can just get it in there. Alright, good enough. Let's see, replace struts again, and then we can get back to finding the center of mass for putting on the RCS. Alright. Yeah, so this is an unexpected development problem. We will, wow. Got the RCS again. Wow, this is gonna take like half the video now. And the whole point was to make it not do that. Oh, looks like I have failed in this, but you'll get to see some live rocket design by me. And attempted problem solving. Alright, so now we got this center of mass is like right on the docking ports, so we'll go over to the side here. Get our little RCS thruster blocks. This is actually good that it's higher up, because that way when we actually attach to the station, these won't be so far out the center mass. It should be right around the middle. But let's see. So we'll place it a little bit above. I guess we'll put it up there. This one can go down here, and that will be our RCS for moving this whole thing around. Except for we'll add some more for translation forwards and backwards. Alright, that looks good. Actually, I think these are unnecessary. They're just going to waste RCS. And we'll have plenty RCS on the final station, even though that shouldn't be moving around anyways. So that should be good. Now let's get back to building this ship. Okay, so what we're going to put on here is basically my standard like medium-size lifting rocket. Don't need center of mass anymore. I've used this on a couple shuttle designs I have, and maybe one or two other things. It's overkill for this, but it's really like overkill for everything I use it on. But it basically just works on the principle of having tons of fuel and enough power to haul that into orbit. So we've got these essentially, I mean, I guess, what is it, like, trying to do some math in my head, 170, okay, that's not really anything, but we've got, these are like 2,800 liters of, total 6,400 liters of fuel, 6,400 and 3,200, so that comes out to like 17,000, I think, somewhere around there, liters of fuel in each column. And just realized that I made these single thing. Did I put them up here yet? No. And the center of mass is still there like it shouldn't be. So I need this on 4 times symmetry. And this is just to reduce wobbling. Something I learned from Hawk Gaming, aka Harv. Great guy, you should check him out too. But yeah, this will just help reduce the wobbling from the power of these mainsail engines. So now we'll just grab one of these to copy in a moment. But first we need to attach this middle section to the little tug up here. So let's get this on like that. Oh, dang it. Okay, get it on top. There you go. And now we need to put on a radial decoupler. And since we copied it from the top because it was built from the top, we're going to have to attach it up here, and then we'll put separatrons below to make sure it separates cleanly. First, more struts, because always more struts. Always more. So, oops. Cleared the hitbox, so that should be pretty stable. And now we need, let's see, fuel line down at the bottom, and nope, dang it. So yeah, again, this is just a good way to get your fuel lines cleanly attached out of sight. As you know, they say, out of sight, out of mind. And then we'll go up here, put some more struts just for support, and now more struts. Now, this is not the most computer-friendly rocket, I'm going to tell you now. In the original version, which would theoretically have 2 less parts than this, because I don't want to go into detail with that, but it would have 2 less parts. It was 278 parts, I believe. So that should put this at 276. But since it's probably going to be a little bit different, actually I don't think it will be. It should just be almost the same. So it should be like 276 parts. So it's not the smallest part count ever. Let's see. I need to bring this one forward. I like my struts to match up and look good, so let's see, yep. Alright, so we got the X struts, and what else do I need? Oh, fins, just because I don't like my rockets spinning around in the atmosphere, mainly for the reason that then it's kind of hard to tilt them over well for the gravity turn. So just get some fins on here, and then, let's see, launch stability clamps. There we go. Same height pretty much. And then lastly, some SRBs. Because I always have boosters just to help you claw your way out of the lower atmosphere, and because they make your fuel margin that much bigger. I mean, I originally just started putting them on everything because I would start basing ships off things I saw in YouTube videos from people who had better flight profiles and stuff than me, and so I thought this would make up the fuel margin enough to help me, but it's just good to help you get off the ground and stuff, and this is not working, so I guess I'll have to use the tall one. Put it out here. There we go. And I think this has got everything. Got SAS. Got to go through a little checklist. I think this is good. Let's see. Doesn't look like I'm missing anything. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna hope this is okay. Just fix the staging. Want the launch clamps down at the bottom. All of them. All the engines firing. Oh, did I put fuel lines up here? Yeah, I did, right? Yep. Okay, so we should be good. We should be good. Those are the launch clamps. I don't know how I didn't drag them down to the bottom stage. Okay, that's good. Rockets. Then our outer fuel tanks detach, I think. Yep. Then we drop off the central booster to engines fire. We detach this thing, and then lastly this will drop off as it returns to Kerbal. Alright, looks good. So this is the Semenovsky, hope I'm spelling that right, fuel cell. It's another Russian Guards regiment. If you watched the first episode, you'll know why I'm naming them after old Russian regiment names. And you can just go back and watch that to figure it out. More views for me. My evil plan is all coming together. But in the meantime, save, launch. This should work. Yeah, station core debris is still there, because I love launch clamps and they are all over all my rocket designs. So let's see. Now we are here, and there's some VTOL debris, I guess, from the last episode. It's looking good. You can notice these rockets are huge now since the Rocket cells came out. I mean, back in like 0.14, 15 in the beta and stuff, your rockets, it was a big rocket. It was like this tall. Now it's just massive. But I'm gonna check the map, see where the... Oh wow, we have like perfect window right now. Alright, so we're gonna lift off right away. Oh, forgot to add the invite. Okay, quickly. Forgot to add 2 action groups, because you want to always turn off gimbal on your big Rockomax engines here. Oh wait, that's not stage, no. On custom 1, double gimbal, custom 2, just to make my life easier and so I don't freak myself out. This will be thing, save, and launch again. Hopefully the station will still be right above us, because that would be really nice. Just to happen to get this perfect launch window. And I should have put... I don't think I put like any lights or anything on the station, and I know there aren't any on this, obviously. So lights would be nice, so double tap 1, it'll activate that action group, and lift off. Everything looks good. Ooh, uh-oh. Oh, that's bad. Alright, vehicle assembly building again. Now, if you have this problem where your vehicle crashes into the tower, what you want to do is, see these guys over here? The direction of their little V of Kerbals heading out to the runway? You want to drag your ship, shift click any part to drag it, or just select the command module and drag it towards them. That'll move it... Oh, actually wait, no. That's wrong. Opposite direction. That'll move you away from the tower if you go the opposite direction, away from these guys. Because see, this is the direction your ship is facing. When you launch it, you're looking at the little window on the modules, and so you want to move it away from the tower. So save that, launch again. Now, should work this time. Got 2 nice live failures, but now we're going to try and have a success here. And we'll fly up into orbit, dock with the station, attach the first fuel cell, and before the next episode I'll try and attach at least 3 more, and then we can maybe do our first mission using the station or something. So let's see. Throttle up, activate the action group, let's see, it's on, launch. Alright, looking good. As you can see, just the middle engine is gimbaling. Looks sturdy enough. Got a nice ascent profile. Now we have our magical moonlight. We can't see the moon in the sky anywhere. And yeah, just gotta watch fuel right now. So there's not much to say at this part of the ascent, but it doesn't last too long because the rocket's not underpowered at all, because I believe they're actually, the main tails have the best thrust to weight ratio in the game, so they should be able to lift. I mean, I compare them to the LV-30, even though my math's probably way off, and someone can correct me on this if they know the exact math, but the LV-30 can lift like 3 of the normal fuel tanks, twice of these little half ones. And so, I mean, just as a rough comparison, this should be able to lift, I mean, not 3, 9. So this should be able to lift 9 of these, and each one's lifting only 5, and they probably, the rest of this probably weighs like 2 of these, like 1 orange fuel tank maybe. So we got plenty of power to lift us into orbit, and plenty of fuel too. So we should be great. I'll send Camlock Kerman, the very unhappy driver of this little shuttle mission, guess, yeah, I guess shuttling would be accurate. He's just taking something up and coming back. It's pretty much shuttling. And yeah, we're gonna get ready for the drop-off. So now we're going to unlock gimbal, turn off SAS, and start making our gravity turn as we hit 13,000 meters. I like to turn over to just like 20 degrees at first, and then I progressively turn more as I pick up some speed. But we're going pretty fast already, so turn over to like 30 degrees. Get down to 90, don't want my inclination off. So let's see, station's already way past us because they're going like 5 times as fast as us. Oh, a little off, now they're going like a little over 3 because they're probably orbiting at like 2100 meters per second. So let's turn way down. And we'll probably stay at this heading until we run out of fuel in the external tanks, which won't be long now. Then we can drop those and turn over fully since we'll be past 1000 meters a second. And oh, I didn't add separatrons. That's what I'm missing. Oh god. Okay, good. Just blew up the winglets. Yeah, winglets are explosive for some reason. I really don't know why. But now we're gonna fight this rotation and try and bring the ship down. And what I've heard, and it works well in my experience, is once you hit 1000 meters per second, you just want to be building up your horizontal velocity. So we're well past that. And okay, SAS is not gonna fix this rotation for us. I noticed this sometimes. SAS will make the rotation a lot worse before it fixes it, because it'll like overpower itself. I'm gonna try and fight this thing back into place, and there we go. Good enough. There we got some kind of close intercept. Maybe we'll get lucky and be able to like fly up into an intersect right away. Let's see, apoapsis, and I looked it up. It is pronounced apoapsis and periaps, according to the Webster Merriam Online Dictionary. And I think they're probably pretty trustworthy as a source. That's just a guess. Let's get a little bit higher. Alright, stop there because this guy's in a 100,000 meter orbit. Yep. And going way faster than I was on my test flight, so I won't need as much burn time. Oh wait, no, what did break off? There were explosions. What was it? I have no idea. Let's hope it's not important though. So we're going to spend most of this time probably just fighting this thing back up to horizontal level because it is just drifting out of control. Let's see, there we go. Come on, come on. Alright, just turn up a little bit of thrust to get that gimbaling to help us across. I mean, really, I probably could drop it and do fine, but you know, I've already explained how much I like fuel margins, so that's not going to happen. Because I'd really like to not have to fly any resupply missions to the station before I'm done completing it. I'd be pretty happy if I didn't have to do that, because then I'd have to rebuild some of my tanker designs before I want to and stuff, and I just would like to get the station done with as few hiccups as possible. So I'll wait till we're maybe like 20 seconds out or something to finish my circularization burn. I guess we'll have to adjust back a little bit. It's not going to be a problem. I'll probably drop it right. I'll probably try and drop the tank with it still, the apoapsis barely in the atmosphere, so it'll fall back down, because like I said, I should have plenty of delta V. And so that'll all be good. And then we'll just have to close in on our target, and I'll show you a little bit of my docking. Oh well, we waited a little bit too long on that. I'll show you a little bit of how I like to dock. Let's see, equator, apoapsis is not really rising, gaining speed quickly, and this is going good. So, looks like our inclination is quite off, so I think we need to go this way to even it out. Looks like that's working. Alright, we should be pretty good.